And the North feels that Nigeria is their property. The North feels that the North alone owns Nigeria.
Let me tell you the major problem of Nigeria. The major problem of Nigeria is northern part of the country. Northern Nigeria are the major problem of Nigeria. If you want to see conflict, northern Nigeria. Rape, northern Nigeria. Refugees, northern Nigeria. Thieves, in fact, if you want to see thieves stealing on an industrial scale, come to northern Nigeria. Thieves fully engaged in primitive accumulation, come to northern Nigeria. In fact, I am from northern Nigeria. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State. I am from Borno State. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State, from the northern part of the country. But I want to tell you that the major problem of this country is northern part of the country.
The governors are responsible for the economic failure, insecurity, chronic unemployment, active poverty, and educational backwardness in the northern region.
Welcome back to Local Journal, my people. Nigeria eye it don dey open, and Southerners eye it don dey open well. Thank God say no be only Southerners na dey talk am. Even Hausa people they don come out. They don dey know the truth. Their eyes too don dey open. Say na their leaders na be the problem wey they get for inside this country. They don dey say the problem of Nigeria e no start from anywhere. Na from the north na e start from, and na for the north na e end. They don dey familiar with the propaganda of their leaders, and now we no go fit work for them again, because una know say anytime when we say Southern na be the president, una know say northerners and northern leaders they always try to dey sabotage Southern president. And as e be so like this, everybody dey para, everybody dey vex on top the matter wey dey happen for inside the country. The whole region dey para dey give the north, and even the northerners dem dey para dey give their leaders too. All those una games wey una dey play before, una no fit play am again. The fake game of numbers wey una dey play before, una no fit play am again, because una separate, everybody don know am. Now like this, if we wan make this country better, if Yoruba people rule finish, na Igbo na be the next people to rule. Normally na Igbo turn na e suppose be for them to rule, but as e be say Tinubu don dey there, if Tinubu rule finish, na Igbo president na e suppose be the next president of Nigeria. And if Igbo people rule their own finish, then they will come discuss if they will return power to the north. So na my own opinion na be this on top of this matter. What the sweet thing wey sweet me for inside this whole thing, na as Nigeria eyes don dey open, na as northerners sef eyes don dey open, when we say they don know say na their own leaders gone na be their own problem. So make we lis ten to wetin Nigerians dey talk on top this matter like this, and make we also lis ten to wetin northerners dey talk about their leaders.
The major problem of Nigeria. The major problem of Nigeria is northern part of the country. Northern Nigeria are the major problem of Nigeria. If you want to see conflict, northern Nigeria. Rape, northern Nigeria. Refugees, northern Nigeria. Thieves, in fact, if you want to see thieves stealing on an industrial scale, come to northern Nigeria. Thieves fully engaged in primitive accumulation, come to northern Nigeria. In fact, I am from northern Nigeria. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State. I am from Borno State. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State, from the northern part of the country. But I want to tell you that the major problem of this country is northern part of the country. These are people, if you want to see hatred, if you want to see conflict, if you want to see nepotism, cronyism, any other thing you can label. In fact, northern, if you carve out southern part of the country from Nigeria and give it 10 years, they are going to be recognized among community of nations because of the development they will have. 70% of the people who govern this country are from the northern part of the country. But if you want to see hunger, starvation, and any other thing, it's from the north. Why? We are the major problem. But our people doesn't want us to be speaking the truth, and that is why we continue to somersault in this kind of issue.
The North is very selfish, and the North feels that Nigeria is their property. The North feels that the North alone owns Nigeria. But I just want to remind them that in 1914, Britain did that bad business called amalgamation. And amalgamation means bringing the East, the West, and the North together to form a country. Before Britain came here, we were living at 3 nations. East was a nation, definite culture, kind of government and language. So was the North, so was the West. The East was Biafra, the West Oduduwa, and the North Arewa, and that is what it has been. But Britain, for their own good, brought us together and formed one country, Nigeria. There's no tribe that has ruled Nigeria like the North. And desperation is very, very destructive. And North is very desperate for power. And that is very bad. No tribe in Nigeria is a slave. No tribe here is just for makeup. Every people that make up this country is very important. And there's no tribe in this country that does not have good brains that can come into government and governance and give us ideas that can, make us what we should be. So it is very wrong for the North to always believe that only them will be in power, and consequently be desperate to have the power with them. It is very, very wrong. It is very, very wrong. I don't like that, and it is not helping us. The North has been there for over 40 years. What are they looking for again? And when they talk and when they do all those things, they don't consider the Igbo man, because they feel the Igbo is not part of Nigeria. And these are part of the things that annoy the Igbo man. These are part of the things that bring about the agitations. You understand? And instead of these people trying to profile solution to the agitations, they are worsening the agitating situation. It is just too bad. And like I say again, it is a pity that we'll find ourselves in this kind of a mess and messy place.
You see them succeeding in this bid to return power to the North, with the South remains silent about this development.
Oh well, the North is united, but the South is divided. The North is made up of one tribe, Hausa, but the South is Igbo and Yoruba. And I have discovered over time that the Yoruba man prefers working with Hausa man than Igbo man. So the Southern house is divided, and it gives an advantage to the North in the political balance. You understand? So maybe they will have their way. Maybe they will have their way.
And if that is possible, would that degenerate to the disintegration of Nigeria already with the overheated politics?
I don't know. But one thing I know for sure is that the will of God will be done in Nigeria one day. God is stronger than any man or any group of people. And what he wants for his people, he knows how to bring it about. So, to plan is for man, but to execute is for God.
Why are the Northern leaders angry? The Northern youth angry about Tinubu tax reform? Why are you angry? If people say you don't want to build the North, if people say you don't want to build your zone, somebody is trying to build his own zone despite the fact that he lost election in his state. He's trying to build his own state, and people are complaining. Do you know how long you people have been in power? What have been the tangible thing you people done for North? He reached out to share money VAT now on the para on top praise. They say when I no go grow, I no go gree. What do you want me to do? Me live in South people, go the big people for North. When we are on the power, we wanna do something that will generate revenue for now. We wanna create job, create company, we wanna create seaport wey be say money go enter north so that industrial go dey north. Una no dey do that one. Na only bandit and kidnapping una sabi sponsor. Now bar say in wan Lagos to receive the highest revenue VAT. Una dey para say una dey use 2027 treaty am. 2027 treaty na Tinubu na wan treaty for election. Shebi Atiku dey ballot boss. Atiku no be from no. Why una no support am? Na dey whine us. People dey suffer. Una no talk that one, but when you reach out to share money now, una dey para. Tinubu abeg do anything wey you wan do. Make sure say that bill is stand. I know say my voice no matter, but make sure say me I support Tinubu for this one. Wetin una dey do for that north? Wetin una ever do? Wetin Buhari do for north? If una win power now, everybody na una own. Una dey do everything. Una even dey build south, leave north. And this part itself saying na north get power. Nothing una dey do for north. Nothing. Plus you wan do, no do. Tinubu that bill must stand. Find your way out. Even though they no fit stop you for 2027 election now. They no fit stop you. They no fit stop you.
Governors are responsible for the economic failure, insecurity, chronic unemployment, active poverty, and educational backwardness in the northern region. The northern leaders of today are not compared. We cannot compare them with the northern leaders of yesterday. If you look at the legacies of the late Ahmadu Bello Sardauna of Sokoto, he left a very important economic, social legacies. Today, they are nowhere to be found in the northern Nigeria. Ariwa Textile, Bank of the North, New Nigerian Newspaper, Northern Nigeria Development Corporation, and many economic enterprise. Kaduna Refinery is not working. When the Mr. President also withdrew the police subsidy, which of the governors in the northern region have complained loudly or cried foul? When the electricity tariff has been increased, which of the governors have cried loudly or complained loudly that the overall segment of the country is subsidizing the northern extraction? So these leaders of today are power drunk, and they are intoxicated by politics, and they only want this money to be allocated to them from the federation account for personal enrichment, not for development of the